Welcome to Headline News 24/7. Please click like and subscribe. Watch, Santa Fe survivor shuts up Nancy Pelosi live on CNN, her face says it all. Nancy Pelosi was made to look like a fool when she was confronted by a teenager who showed up logic and common sense. The teenager is a girl who recently survived the horrific events at the Santa Fe High School and made Nancy look like she could barely answer a question during the town hall event with CNN. It was so bad that even CNN's Chris Cuomo got involved and chipped in a few pointers, leaving his fellow Democrat in the wind as she was on her own and couldn't even muster an answer that wasn't scripted, let alone anything that utilized common sense and reality. They were talking about arming teachers, and that's where Pelosi struggled. Most teachers probably shouldn't be armed, but every school in the nation should have armed and well-trained police to protect our students. We have guards at other places like banks, airports, and even public transportation areas like large train stops where people wait to go places like work, school, or a friend's house. If Americans get protection in those locations, then why can't our most precious children have the same benefit and protections while they're in a house of learning? Pelosi couldn't even get an answer out that didn't make people laugh at her. Her answer was so bad that she mentioned background checks. Meanwhile, background checks for legal firearm owners are already something that one must go through to do things the legal way. However, how does a background check stop a criminal from illegally attaining a weapon? It does not. Pelosi followed with more prayers, the same thing Democrats constantly criticize conservatives for. She then stated that arming teachers is not the answer. It may not be, but hiring armed police sure sounds great to most people who are in school with no protection. Then Cuomo stepped in and pushed Pelosi for more because she seemed quite hypocritical on the topic. Amanda Prestigiacomo wrote more. Where does the government stand on arming and training our teachers, much in the way we use air marshals on airplanes? Asked Santa Fe senior Alexis Wilson. Pelosi offered sympathies to Wilson over the SG but concluded that she and her Democrat colleagues do not think that is the solution. Following a tragedy like this, all we want to do is pray for the families, but I do not support arming teachers and the rest, Pelosi stated. Cuomo, moderating the town hall event, pressed Pelosi about her seeming hypocrisy on the issue. There's a little bit of an either-or problem with how we're trying to approach solutions. The building we're in now, the building you work in, the point of entry there is secure, he said. You don't walk in with a trench coat with a shotgun underneath your jacket, and get in. It doesn't happen, you know this. The CNN cameras panned to Wilson in the audience, who was clapping to show support for Cuomo's pushback. Why can't that be part of the equation? Cuomo asked. Talk about universal background checks, fine. Talk about mental health, how to identify them, money for treatment. But why either or? Why not make the schools safer? The children should not have to be worried about going to school as a place that violence can occur, Pelosi responded. You have to get to systemically stop people from having GS who shouldn't have GS in the first place. It was a breath of fresh air to hear Cuomo push Pelosi and ask why not make the schools safer?
That was the news. We thought you might be interested in knowing about this. Please click like and subscribe. Thank you.